Hi, it's Sarah Jennings again, and in this video we're going to talk about the different aura structures. So there's the old aura, the indigo aura, and the crystal aura, and we're just going to kind of quickly run through what that means. So when we have an aura transformation, we're dissolving the old aura and we're integrating the aura of the crystal and indigo children. So we're not stealing auras off children. They have brought this energy and it is around the planet and it is available to everyone. And this is just a way of integrating that in your own aura structure. So when you become an aura mediator, so when you do aura transformations for people, your aura becomes the blueprint or the architectural drawings of the new aura. So it is an activation. In the treatment, we're asking your old aura to dissolve and then asking you to match the new energy, the new aura. Aura transformation was developed in Scandinavia by Annie Senov, and she did not invent the indigo crystal children, but she really found a way of integrating that energy that they have brought with them. So 30 years ago, there were experts in consciousness and authors that were really seeing and feeling that the children had come with a different energy, and they were called the indigo children. And 10 years ago or so, people started noticing that there was again another evolution of the aura structure, and these are the crystal children. So if you were born before 1987, then you're seen to have the old aura. So you can't draw a line in the sand, so it's give and take on these dates. But we've talked about the old aura in the last video, so you know, the fact that there's an etheric layer that can become leaky, that there is the lower mental layer connected to the collective consciousness, that you have these astral plugins where energies and outside influences can push and pull you and your energy. So when you have the old aura, you also have the 7 chakra system, and that can be like having 7 brains. It's actually quite complicated and difficult, and a real effort to keep the 7 chakras spinning at all times. I don't think I've ever met anyone that has a perfect chakra system. So that's what we call the old aura in a nutshell. Between 1987 and 1994, we have the transition kids, and they really do have the hardest lot. They've got one foot in the, they're contained within the old aura, and they have all the, ancestral imprints and negative thought patterns and all that kind of thing going on, but they also have the indigo energy within that. So there's a feeling of indecision, of being constrained. And I've worked extensively with transition kids, so around, born around 89, 1990, and, that have really been suffering. So having this mini aura adjustment means that they can really start living the life they want to live. And if we look at the indigo children, so you might be an indigo child, or you might have one, and they were born after 1995, maybe till 2008. And an indigo child is labeled as provocative, difficult, rebellious. They really want to make the world a different place. They don't feel comfortable in the world that we've built. So they're really seen as these difficult characters, when in fact maybe they have just a really deep sense of balance and justice, and they are more reactive because their higher self is around their body. It's not floating outside, it's in and around the body. So when something doesn't feel right to them, they're going to say it and they're going to show it. So in a way, they are a bit more like the avant-garde. They've come to rattle the cage and tell us that the world isn't as they would like it to be. And then we have the crystal children, born 2009 onwards. And the crystal children are really seen as far more balanced, far more love intelligent. They seem to be more present and often wise beyond their years. They're often telling you, why didn't you think of doing something like this? Or maybe try not to react in a certain way. So they can often show up adults in a cute way. So in an aura transformation treatment, we're dissolving the old aura, and we bring you to what we call the indigo bridge. And over the 9 months to a year and a half that you're crystallizing, you eventually have the crystal aura and are fully embodied in your body like a crystal child. So what happens in a treatment is a question I always get. And how we see it is in 3 parts. So in a treatment, we go through several phases. You lie down on a treatment bed, fully clothed, and I sit at the end and hold your ankles. That's where we do an aura transformation from. And the first hour we call the healing phase, where we are acting like giant magnets to your spirit energy. We are drawing in all the parts of your energy that you've given away, that have been lost or that have been taken, and really drawing that in and around the body. And in doing so, we're healing parts of the chakra system. We're filling your system with all your energy and really doing some deep healing work with that. So in that part, people often talk about their past, and we kind of, as you talk about all the things that have happened to you, we're drawing more and more energy back from all those people and places. So people tend to feel really good, and it's also very relaxing and insightful. The second part of the aura transformation is once you are full with your own energy, we then dissolve what we call the old aura. And in that moment, it's very quiet and floaty, and it's a real sense of freedom and of letting go of all these attachments and things that you don't need anymore. Once the old aura is dissolved, there is no more barrier between you and your higher self. So that comes, your spirit energy and your consciousness will come flooding in and around the body. So it's a real feeling of coming home. And sometimes people are very blissed out and we don't talk too much. And other times, you might get quite excited about your future and where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And after a certain amount of time, of what we call the consciousness expansion part, we integrate the indigo and crystal aura structure, and people really feel that happen. People sometimes feel like more density around them, or like they have more protection, or maybe there's just a sensation of being far more protective and having a new skin. So then you are free to go home, and we see each other again after 2 days to 2 months. Really depends on how you feel and how much support you need. And this we call the balancing. And these are the ones that you can have again and again in the future. And in your initial balancing, what we're doing is anchoring more and more of your spirit energy in and around your body. We're smoothing out like any edges to big emotional processing you might have done. And we really concentrate on looking at how you can balance your energies at home by yourself. And these are really simple and easy to pick up tools. And we look at the elements and the masculine and feminine. So the crystal energy that your new aura will have is constantly looking for balance in all of these areas. So I just teach ways for you to work alongside your new aura.